Mary Mac. Hey, Miss Mary.
Hey, Margot.
And me, comedian Margot Evans. Yay! Yes, we're back. We're back. Really do appreciate you guys. You're back. Your girls are back. Your girls are back. Welcome back to the Just Being Me podcast. Hey y'all, welcome to the Just Being Me podcast with your host, comedian Margot Evans. That's me, and I have a special guest, Miss Patrice. What's up, Miss Patrice?
Hey, y'all.
Hey y'all, she is in for Miss Mary Mac. Miss Mary Mac is in Hawaii for work, so hopefully she's getting some pleasure as well, but she's in Hawaii for work. She'll be back next week. So I have my girl Patrice sitting in for her. Thank you again for tuning into the last show and tuning into this show. And my thought of the day, let me key it up, because you know what, y'all, I've been forgetting every week to do my thought of the day, and I just thought about it. So this one for this week or today is: wrong is wrong, even if everyone is doing it. Right is right, even if no one is doing it. So I read that to Patrice, and she said she had an argument with somebody earlier about that. What happened?
So I have a friend who is having some relationship challenges, and she was upset with me because I said to her, she was talking about her husband, and she was talking about how she just does everything right in the relationship, and she's feeling unsupported. And I said to her, I said, well, you know, unfortunately, right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm going to still love you at the end of the day. I'm going to still be your girl. I'm going to still ride down for you. But if you're right, you're right, and you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm going to still ride with you even when you're wrong, girl. I'm going to just be cussing you out on the way there, right?
Right.
I was like, but I'm still with you. Like, I'm still with you. But I think people have a tendency to want people to agree with them even in their wrongness because it's their thought.
Yep.
Right? And it's not, no matter what the moral compass is of that, because you have some people that'll agree to disagree. You have some yes mans, some whatevers, right? And I actually also had this argument with my soon-to-be ex-husband because he would say, just agree with me. And I'm like, but you're wrong, so I can't. I cannot get on that bandwagon. I can support you in your thought and how you feel, because a lot of times it's based on feelings.
Right.
And it's based on emotion. But I'm not going to tell you you're wrong when you're right, and I'm not going to tell you you're right when you're wrong.
No.
Because I've always also been told that even when you're wrong, you can still be right, and even when you're right, you can still be wrong. It's based on the situation.
Right.
Right? And so I just, we have to come to this thing where we're not constantly wanting validation and admiration from people just because we're in these supercharged emotional states.
Right. You got to be willing to listen. And like you said, you're not always right. You know, you can be wrong. Everybody's human. So if somebody's saying that is wrong, or if you just listen to their point of view and be like, okay, what's so wrong about what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm right. I feel like what I'm saying is right. But I'm telling you that what you're saying, from what I hear, it's wrong. It's wrong. And everybody else is saying it's wrong. So you need to be able to listen to people. And if it's wrong, it's just wrong. Just like
let me throw a monkey wrench into that, right? Let me throw a monkey wrench into that thought. What happens when everyone else around you is telling you that you're right about something based on the information you're giving them. Is it still wrong?
So based off all the information that people are giving me about something.
Let's just say you're telling a story. Let's say you mad with me one day and you telling the story. Right?
Right.
And everybody's like, you right. But could you be right based off of your version of the story?
You could be right. Yeah. You could be right based because it's two sides to every story. So what you're saying and how you may have perceived the situation, and everybody's that's listening, they may think that you are right because the way that you're explaining the story to them, it may be right, but they don't know the other side of the story. So that's why when somebody's telling the story, it's leaning more towards them being right and them not telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They're telling just their side of the story. So,
but that's what I wanted you to say, and so I'm glad you said that, because in the instance you would be wrong,
right?
Because you're not telling the truth. You're not telling the whole story the way it happened. You are purposely telling a story to make yourself look favorable.
Yeah, you're swaying it in your favor so that everybody around you can be like, "Oh yeah, nope, I would. Yeah, you right. You are so right. You right. No, you're not right."
But how many people like that do you think exist in this world?
A lot. The majority. The majority of the people.
I still think there are good people. Well, I don't know. Lately, my whole life has been challenged in thought and theory. So I have encountered a lot of people that do not tell the truth. They do not tell stories as it happens. I find that for two reasons. One is because they have already played the story in their head the way it should have gone. And they played it the way it would have gone, if that makes sense.
Right.
And so a story, the truth don't. Okay, here go another one. The truth never changes.
Right. Because it is what it is.
So the truth is what it is.
Yeah.
So I have this thing that people often will tell stories, and I'll just be like, that don't even make any sense. Or when the details are coming, you're just like, okay, so you jumped over the fence and now you up under the water. Like what did?
Something's missing.
Right?
You skipped the whole part.
so there are some details missing, right? And so I just want us to get back to being truthful, whatever that truth is. But the problem is that we live in a society that do not want to accept truth.
Right.
And we cannot also agree to disagree. We're not in a space right now as human beings to be able to say, I respect Margot, I respect your opinion, but that don't mean I have to like it.
That's true. Yeah.
I still respect you. I still respect you as a person. And so it's hard to deal with people in this current space because there's a lot of frustration because people are just playing out liars. I was trying not to be like, people. I was trying not to say that, but girl, it's some liars in this world, and it's like, and it's not, the lie is not benefiting them, but they're still lying. So that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, because I feel like if the lie is going to benefit me, that's the only reason I should lie, although I shouldn't lie.
Right. If I'm a lie, I'm going to lie for a good reason. I don't like to lie. We human, we lie about shit. That's cool. But I don't like to lie because, for one, I'm not going to remember what I said. And if I'm called on the carpet, I will be the one. I'm sorry. So if you do a crime with me, if they ask me, what did we do? I'm going to tell. I'm going to say, we stole this. Yes, we did that, because I can't. That's why I don't put myself in no position to have to lie and be like, well, if they come and ask us about this, just say this. No, if they ask me, I'm I'm sorry.
I'm telling. Because I don't have time for that. I don't have time for the mental capacity that it's. First of all, it takes a lot to lie.
There you go.
Like, it takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of emotion, because a lot of anger sometimes is built in lying. Like, when you're flat out lying to people, I just look how when people are lying to me, how they're responding. Usually they're really aggressive about it. Usually, are you just plain out narcissistic? And I do know somebody who's narcissistic and can lie with a straight face. So, right. It's just kind of that's a lot of energy to entertain.
Much. Yeah.
Because then when I tell you, you effing lying to me, then you looking at me like I'm crazy. You're mad at me for pointing out the truth. And it's like, so now we're in this whole different conundrum with each other, right?
It's too much. I can't. That's too much energy that I do not have. You nailed it on the head. It takes too much energy to lie. I'd rather say, you know what? I fucked up. So it is what it is. What you gonna do? I can't.
But then you got to take that a step further. If you have people that don't like to be wrong, because you got a lot of people that do not like fault. Yeah. Right? Do not like accountability. Do not like what do we do with these people on this earth? And I keep saying, God, you got some nasty kids down here. I don't know what this batch is that you done brought down here, but I'm trying to be very reserved about that, because it's some nasty people walking around here. Yeah. It's just some nasty, nasty people walking around here.
And we just have to keep our whatever glasses on, not the rose-colored glasses, because that's when you meet the nasty people, but like our bifocals on, so that we can really see people and don't have them in your circle. Don't have them be around you. Don't take people for face value. You show me who you are, and that's it. I'm not about to deal with you. I can't.
Well, I'm slowly but surely learning that, because I am the person, and I don't, a little background about me is I'm super just kind of serious, but then I'm gonna give you the shirt off my back if you start crying, right? And I don't even know you,
right?
And it's hard for me to see people who they are. Like, I always want to say, well, no, that person's just having a bad day, or no, that person isn't really like that, because I just cannot believe that people are walking around here acting a fool the way they acting. I'm just not for that shit. I cannot believe that people are really walking around here being disgusting human beings.
They are.
And I don't know. Maybe my belief in God is too rich. I'm not sure. That's in debate for me right now. But I'm coming to some terms like, ooh, we.
I can't. It's just too much. I don't have enough energy to deal with just extra. Like, come to me, like God say, come to me as you are. But I don't want people to come to me as no. That's what I want them to do, is come to me as they are, and I will decide if I want to deal with you or not, because you gonna show me who you are in the beginning. And if you about the shits, I don't want to be around you, because I personally don't have the energy to deal with people with the shits. I just don't. I ain't got enough toilet paper to clean it up.
Yeah, they be walking with toilet paper on the bottom of their feet. Like, if people just raggedy. People raggedy. They raggedy.
Not raggedy.
As fuck. They raggedy as fuck out here. I don't understand. And I'm rarely lost for words, but I just don't understand what we got going on right now as a collective human race. Yeah. Right? Like, we treat each other like crap. We talk to each other like crap. But there's so much, like, narcissism going on in just the average person. It's unbearable.
Right.
And then, so I don't know, Margot. And people are really good at masking who they are these days.
Oh yeah. Look, that's a whole nother topic, but yeah. That's a whole episode.
You looking
by
at
itself.
Donald Duck, and you really got the devil sitting up under there.
Underneath
like,
there.
I don't.
And hit them horns. Hit the horns. Yeah, that's a whole I can't.
So,
all right. We're gonna move on to our weekend review. Hold on. What you do this weekend? What you do this weekend, Miss Patrice?
My weekend was very challenging. I think it was very just kind of dark. And so for me, it was really just trying to stay alive this weekend. And I do mean that with all sincerity.
So you was dealing with some shit this weekend.
I've been dealing with some shit for a couple of months.
Okay.
And so I think it comes in different stages. Like I've really, honestly, for the last couple of years, have just been dealing with continuous shit back to back to back. And I think not fully focusing on me is causing everything to kind of tornado into one, if that makes sense.
No, it does make sense because I've been knowing you for how long? Like 15
almost
years?
20 years.
Yeah, well, a long time.
Yeah, almost 20 years.
Yeah, been knowing for almost 20 years, and you a hustler, and I know your spirit is a hustler. When you do dive into yourself, like it's no stopping you. And I know there's some other things that's going on that's stopping you, but once you overcome those things, as long as you don't go to jail before you do that, but as long as you overcome those things, you are going to be back on top and back on your game because you are amazing. You have amazing thoughts. You have amazing things that you have done, that you've been doing, and it's just like a hurdle that you can't get over right now. But when you do, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good going through. What they say, you gotta get through the storm before you see the light or whatever.
Yeah, I think also I've been dreaming a lot about death recently. My own, not necessarily my own. I've been seeing it, dreaming about it, thinking about it. And I honestly think that this is a rebirth. But unfortunately, like I said, the timing is bad to go through a rebirth when you're actually going through a divorce, you're going through death. Like, I don't know if a rebirth should be centered into that, right? But like I said, it's all happening at the same time, and sometimes it's hard to decipher which topic I should be dealing with first, if that makes sense. So, and sometimes it just all comes as a flood at one time. Like all of your problems just sit on the counter and look at you like, bitch, what you gonna do?
Right.
And then you're like, but I don't even want to see. So it's it's one thing just after another, just after another, just after another, just after another. And I don't know if this is the test. I don't know what it is, but I just wanted to stop. Yeah. Because I'm not really good at tests.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not really good at tests. I'm not really good at trying to mask things. So it is really challenging me to try to stay out of jail.
Yes,
and I mean that with every fiber of my being.
We are trying to keep you from going to jail because it all in the end. And I'm saying this as a person who's not going through this right now. I have been through that. I've been where you are, but it's all in the end. It ain't even worth it. And once you get to that point of realizing that shit ain't worth it. Like, I got so much more than that. You know what I'm saying? I got so much more than that. That shit ain't worth it. But you got to get to that point on your own. You know, some people it may take a while. Some people it may be really quick. However you deal, you know, however you get to that point, you will get to that point. And then you're going to look back and be like, why did I waste so much time and energy? But you got to go through it. You got to go through it your own way. So just don't let it break you. That's what you don't want it to do. You don't want it to break because it's not worth it.
I think the breaking has already happened. I think the broken has already happened. I think I didn't realize I was broken when I was broken.
Right.
And I think that's the problem for me. It's like I was broken and did not, I was moving along like I wasn't. But knowing, you know, so it's really just kind of, you know, right now my favorite saying is, I'm tired of fighting I'm tired of standing when I should be fighting. Like, I just kind of feel like right now I should be fighting, and I'm not.
Right.
And so it's hard to stand still and not fight when you know you should be fighting certain things.
Right.
Right. So that's very challenging for me because I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
I'm used to fighting. I ain't got no problems with this ass. So it's just kind of hard to be standing still knowing that I know I should be over there doing this and I know I should be doing this. And so, but I'm trying to take a different approach about it. And so it's like, but you know, the self-soothing things are not working.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking. I'm not having sex. Like, there are things I'm not doing. And it's like, but if I was doing those things, would it be taking my mind off of it? So I don't know. It will right now.
It will mask it. That's all it will do. It will just mask it. And then when it's not there, when the drink is not there, when the sex is not there, when that thing is not there, you're gonna be sitting there thinking about the other bullshit because that stuff is not there. So
yeah,
it'll just mask it for the moment. You know, you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm not even thinking about it. Yep, it's good. Blah blah blah. And then when you're sitting by yourself, it's there, waiting for you.
I think for me, a big issue for me is I don't think it would be so bad if I was sleeping. I'm not sleeping.
Right.
So I'm not sleeping. My brain is not turned off.
Yeah.
My brain is constantly on. Then I'm trying to function during the day. Then I'm like, it's so much cloudiness around.
Yeah.
Because of that one component. And my thing is, I just need some sleep.
You need to take some ZQuil.
I think if I just got some sleep.
You need to take some ZQuil.
No, boo. Let me tell you something. I'm on Seroquel, and I'm still
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah.
Seroquel is a level 3 drug.
Yeah, if you ain't going to sleep on that, then you ain't sleeping.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping. I'm only sleeping like 15 to 40 minutes a day.
Oh, that's bad.
And that's not nearly enough to be. And then I'm working. Then I'm like, so it's just kind of, I just need, if I could fix that one component, I'm pretty sure other things would fall into place. But I can't fix that one. So, well, that's why I said maybe the drinking and the sex need to come back, because I mean maybe that'll make me sleep. I don't know, but I'm not even interested.
Yeah, it might make you go sleep.
Girl, I'm not interested in no.
But it's not gonna take. It ain't gonna take it away. It won't take it away, but maybe you can get some sleep. But that's
Yeah, but the alcohol is just gonna make me angry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't do that.
It's gonna make me angry and sleepy. And then I'm not interested. No. I couldn't even get interested if I wanted to. I'm not even interested, so I'm good.
No, leave it alone.
I don't even want to see nobody right now.
Right. Yep. That's. You ain't there yet. You're not there yet.
I'm not there yet.
Well,
because that story is sad in itself when I tried. So that story is sad in itself.
Well, yeah, no.
I think we all need to do seances after relationships.
Not
like
a seance.
You need to do a seance to remove that prior person from your aura, from your if that's something you believe. I do believe in soul ties. I do believe in you being emotionally, sexually, physically, spiritually tied to a person.
Yeah.
And so if you don't shake that, ending the relationship doesn't shake that or sever that.
No.
So
it doesn't.
Especially if they the devil, I definitely think you need to do a seance.
You do. You do. Shit. My second one, I did a virtual some type of seance. I got that all out of my system. Like I don't even remember what that dude looked like. Like I don't. I scrubbed that. Well, I did like the Matrix.
Forward me that information.
I was out.
I need you to forward me that information.
Gone from my membrane. I was like, what's his name? I like that. I'll be like that. What's his name? I can't even remember. Gone from my DNA. Just gone. So yeah. He got to go. Once you get there, you be all right.
That's for men and women, because people be attaching to your soul and they just they linger and stay. And I don't think it's there. It might be some intentions, because we believe in old traditions of like hoodoo and stuff like that. But the average person don't know how to do that.
Right.
The average person just genuinely attaches their soul to you just based off of physical activity. So, and like I said, it don't go away just because you're not with that person anymore. That shit actually gets worse, I think.
Yeah, it's weaved into your DNA, into your makeup, who you are. You got to get it out. You got to scrub it out. Get it up out of there. Got to go.
I've done enough scrubbing. I'm gonna scrub my skin off.
It's on the inside. It's on the inside.
Yeah, I need a seance. I need a seance to get the devil out. I need a seance.
Oh, well, my weekend, me and my husband are still getting our kitchen together for Pastrami on the Run to open up in, I think, the next 2 weeks. Hopefully, we're just waiting for the what is that called? The health department to come and give us our stuff so we can get it going. Nobody's actually, while we're in there, we're like, okay, but it's a couple of people that's in there, but we don't ever see nobody in there. We like see stuff, like people's equipment in there, but we don't see anybody in there. Nobody like who got their first health department certificate. Like, what's happening in here really is the question. But we getting our shit together. We getting our shit together. So hopefully we'll be up and running by the week of the 15th. I had a busy week. It was a very busy week at work. I can't wait till Friday because I'm tired mentally. And yesterday I went to lunch with with the CEO, and we went to R&R Soul Food over in Carson off of Avalon. I used to eat there all the time when I lived in Carson. And so we sitting there, and then these 2 firefighters, black guys, came in. They ordered their food. They sat down. My CEO's last name, her maiden last name is Miles. And the firefighter that sat down, his name is Miles. They got their name on their shirt, their uniform. So she was like, "Oh, you're Miles," and they was having a conversation and trying to see how it connected and blah 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 blah. We got our food, we ate our food, and then it was a gentleman that was sitting a table on their side, like next to them on the other side. He didn't say nothing to nobody. I noticed him when another couple had walked in, and they had asked him, "Oh, what's good in here?" He said, "Oh, the pork chops are really good." And so I happened to see the guy, and I, just see I seen what he said. I seen the ask question. Didn't think nothing of it. The guy went, paid for his stuff. He left. We go to try to pay for our stuff, and the cashier told us that gentleman that just walked out of here paid for your table and the fireman's table. I'm like, what?
I love shit like that. I love stuff like that. During the holidays, if you go to Starbucks, I always get caught up in one of those gift-giving trees at Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
I love awesome. That kind of stuff.
That's the firefighter went outside to try to find the man. He was gone. He disappeared. That was just a living angel who wanted to give thanks to just wanted to give. Period. Just wanted to give.
Right.
I did.
And it's such an authentic spirit.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of people that you know, that stuff like that makes you understand and know and reassured that there's still good in the world.
That exactly.
The little stuff.
The little things. And see, my CEO, she was feeling some things, and she was at work. We had a lot of work this week. And when that happened, we both was like, wow, that made me feel so good. Like I can go back to work and just kind of like float right now because of the generosity of this guy. And he was handsome, very handsome guy. But he told the police officers, the firefighters, he was like, thank you for your service. That's the second time that I noticed him. He was like, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. And they was like, oh, okay, thank you, and whatever. And when he went to go pay, I'm pointing to the firefighter when she's up there saying, that guy just paid for our food. And I was like, who, him? The firefighter. She's like, no, the guy that was sitting over there. I was like, who, him? And he was like, no. She's like, no, the guy that was sitting. So the other firefighter said, no, it was me. I was like, you didn't even get up. Oh, it was.
But see, the goal is now, like, do you make it a train? Do you give, like, because usually what I'll do when that happens at Starbucks, I'll say, okay, pay for the person's drink. I'll pay what my food would have been and tell them to put it towards that. And then I'll be like, let's just keep the train going. One girl at Starbucks said, she was like, this is the 40th car that has had, one day they just said they had nothing but paid meals for people.
Oh, that's cool.
That is just a blessing. Just imagine somebody having a super crappy day and really can't afford their food and they just need to eat and they still got money in their pocket for the next meal.
Yeah, oh, that's cool.
That's the blessing.
Yeah, that's really cool. So, yeah.
I have a friend that actually does that during Christmas. He goes to, like, he's a social worker, and he'll show up at, like, Walmart and pay for people's layaways.
Oh, wow.
And so I'll be like, I don't know if I'm paying for people's layaways.
Right. I ain't got it like that. Yeah.
I do understand the sentiments. He saves up all year and he just goes and randomly pays layaways off. And it's like, and he's a super, super duper nice person throughout the year. And so it's like, what a blessing to have that kind of person walking this earth.
Yeah, that was so super sweet. I was like, that made me feel really good. It's like, okay, thank you. Then we start joking like, oh, we should have got.
See? And then you start thinking about all the shit you really should have ordered.
Right. She's like, oh, I should have put my husband order on there. That's what I was about to do, but I had forgot to add it on there.
You just ruined the moment.
Right. We trying to be greedy. No, we were very thankful. We were very, very thankful. She paid for her husband's stuff. Yeah.
Your weeks are really looking fulfilled these days now that you've transitioned, and so I just want to say to you, like, it just sounds like you feel like you have more meaning, and more challenge at this new position.
Oh yeah, it's been way better, and I'll tell you offline how, just to let y'all know, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow, and when you do bad, you get bad. When you do evil, you get evil. Whatever's in the dark come to light. Yeah, I'll let you know about that offline, though.
That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, because I don't necessarily believe that anymore.
I do. You do. It may not happen. It happens in its own time. It's not going. It doesn't happen like you tit for tat. Like you did this to me, and now you're gonna get karma. No, it may happen years from now. It's okay. You let it go. God got it. He's gonna take care of it. And my karma actually happened now, so I'm happy. I'm happy about that. So
okay.
Yep. Sometimes it takes a long time. You may not even know about what happened to their karma. Be like, and then you find out years later. Be like, that's that motherfucker's karma. He shouldn't have did wrong. But something happened, instantaneously. All right, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let me see. Where's my little? Let's talk about it. Here it is. Okay, y'all, let's talk about it. So Jerry Springer has passed away. Last week on Thursday, we had already did the show. Found out on Friday that he passed away. He was like the daytime talk show host that had all the fighting and all the crazy stuff happening on his talk show, and I watched him faithfully back in the 90s, like just faithfully. Jerry.
Yeah, it was him and Oprah. Jerry.
Yep. Sally Jesse Raphael.
There are so many greats that are dying.
There are. Like we had Harry Belafonte last week. We had Jerry right after that. But he lived. He was only 79, and that's not old. 79 is not old. He had cancer, pancreatic cancer, and yeah, he's gone. But he was the king of the fights. Hold on, y'all. I have a cough. That will not go away. But he was the king of the fights, like the fights on the reality shows. I mean, not reality shows, on the talk shows. And now, because like last week, I've been telling you guys for the past couple of weeks, I've been watching the Zeus network. I pay my $5.99. I've been watching Zeus. I think I'm gonna pay another $5.99 because they have some really outrageous, like Jerry Springer's show was outrageous content on there. Because I like to watch fights. I like to watch just weird and stuff that they're not going to show on TV. Well, on Zeus, they show it all. Like, on Jerry Springer, they're going to break up the fight. Steve Wilkos, the little security guard, the big security guard, he used to come out, and all the security guards come out. They knew they wasn't going to let them really fight, But
right.
On Zeus channel, they fight, and they show it.
You watching all that shenanigans?
I do.
All that shenanigans?
I do. That's my little thing. I will watch. I don't know why, but I do. Reality shows and stuff like that, I'll watch it. And for the longest, because I would not get Zeus. I was like, I am not. First of all, I thought I can only watch Zeus on my phone. And I'm not about to watch that shit on my phone. Like, who gonna hold a phone? I can't hold a phone. So I didn't get it. But then now, the upgrade, and now it is a little app icon on your smart TV, and you could order it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna order it. Let me see, because I know there was a couple of things that I wanted to see from years ago, and most recently it was the baddies. They like Bad Girls Club situation. They be fighting. They be boxing.
I have never been able to get into that kind of stuff. That Bad Girls Club. Well, first of all, I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't watch a lot of TV. But lately, because I have been feeling so just inundated, there are weeks I don't even touch the TV, and it's. And when I do, it's literally watching me. Right. So I think that if you find something that's enjoyable, like if you find an outlet like Zeus, because seems to me like that would be an outlet. Go for it, because girl, you be driving down with so much shit going on in LA. You need an outlet to watch somebody else fight, so you're not in the middle of the street fighting.
Okay, and that is my main reason why. Not my reason, like I need a reason, but I know that I don't live that kind of life. I'm not living a life where I'm gonna be out here just scrapping and fighting and beating up people and doing all this crazy stuff. I'm not, but I don't mind watching it. Like, I don't mind. To me, it's entertaining. I know that it's it's scripted. It's not supposed to be scripted, but this shit is scripted. You know, they were like, all right, fight. Especially on Zeus. Well, on Zeus, they let them fight. Like, they were like, you want to square up or what? And it's going to be over. They'd be like, yeah, let us square up. And then they just boom, 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 start fighting. I'm like, okay. They fight. But yeah, I and maybe sometimes I don't need to be watching half the stuff I'll be watching, because I have so much stuff to do. But sometimes I just need to zone out, and when I need to zone out and I don't want to really think, I'll watch that. I'll be like, okay, let me just watch some reality TV, because I really don't want to think right now. I just want to watch something, and then I'll watch it.
And that's okay too. Shit, that's okay. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody gonna fault you for that.
Right. So, rest in peace, Jerry Springer. So, Jamie Foxx, speaking of people that's on the sick and shut in list.
Oh, God. We doing the sick and shut in?
Yeah, sick and shut in. I don't know.
Make an announcement. Got you. No. It's all right. It's
I don't know. I'm on the Shade Room, my favorite place to go. It says Jamie Foxx speaks out as concerns for his health grows online. And then he wrote on a tweet, which I doubt if he wrote this on his tweet. I think there's somebody just covering for him right now. But it says, appreciate all the love, feeling blessed. Yeah, if you're not going to let us know what it is, I mean, whatever it is, I hope you get better. I'm a Jamie Foxx fan. I love Jamie Foxx. But I don't like to hear little things. You know, he in the hospital. He almost lost his life. But we ain't going to tell you what happened. Don't tell me nothing. Just let it be. We wouldn't have missed you if you just disappeared and then came back and said, y'all was in the hospital for a whole month. We wouldn't even know you was gone.
No, because Shazam ain't on no way, so we wouldn't have noticed. And like, you could have just came back and went on your tour and told your story. I don't understand. I don't know if that's a need for attention, and I'm not saying that he needs attention, but what I'm saying is, if you're not going to, you're this public figure, but yet you're putting all your stuff in public voluntarily. Nobody is leaking your stuff. You're putting your stuff out there. So if you're going to put your stuff out there, put it out there.
Right.
And leave it there, and let's deal with it and then move on. But all this secret squirrel shit, I don't even want to know.
Right. I don't want to know, secret squirrel. Right. It's just like, I can't. I can't. I mean, I'm like, every time I see something come up, I'm like, oh, okay, so they're going to tell us what happened because he's in the news and it keeps coming up that and then it's like, oh, what did it say? He's having tests done, and I'm like, okay, we don't need to know all that. He's awake and alert. Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be some simple shit that he had a ham bone stuck in his throat. Oh, damn.
Like, okay. So, yeah, I hope he gets better. But you guys can not be public about it. Get better. Do what you got to do. When you're ready to talk about it, talk about it. Or whoever going to talk about it, talk about it. But right now, we don't need to keep hearing bits and pieces. That's nothing. We don't even need to really know what your personal stuff is anyway, but we know how y'all celebrities are. You gotta be relevant and say whatever happened, but I don't really care. I still like you anyway. I don't need to know that you're in the hospital. I do want you to be better, but I don't need to know the diagnosis. Really
no, I'm good. Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah, you're good. We good over here.
Because you got rich people medicine anyway, so you'll be all right.
You'll be fine, yeah. You got the best of the best of the best of the best. So, you fine. You fine. So you asked me about the Steve Harvey interview on Club Shay Shay, and I did enjoy it. I've just stumbled across it. I was on YouTube looking for something else, and it came across it, and I was like, oh, let me listen to it. And I didn't finish it, but I listened to the majority of it, and I thought it was really good. I think that Steve Harvey is a really good talker. Like, I think he is a good, like, he tells good stories. Like, I don't like Steve Harvey's comedy, per se. Like, back in the day when he was doing comedy, he wasn't, like, my favorite comic or whatever. But when he tells stories, I like to listen to his stories.
But a motherfucker that can tell a good story is a liar.
I mean, there's some truth and a lie to everything. We just said that. I mean, I don't believe. I'm not saying I believe his story. I just like to listen to his story. I like the way he breaks down his stories. I'm not saying it's the truth, and I'm not saying it's a lie because I don't know. But yeah, I like the way he tells stories. I do.
Well, let me just preface it by saying this. I don't know if he's lying or not. I'm just gonna say that some of the subjects he did touch on, I can tell truth and fable in them.
Like what?
So, the transition between his second wife and his current wife.
Oh, okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. That was a little shaky for me. Because he's actually told the story before, and she's told the story, and they don't even tell the same story. Right? Mm-hmm. So, I think a lot of times when people go on these interviews and they say they clean up their image, they clean up themselves, and they tell these stories, they want to, again, here we go back to telling the best version that suits you, right?
Right.
When the truth don't change. And I respect people a whole lot more when they can be open, honest, and vulnerable, even in their bullshit, as opposed to this thing that we do where we want to tell the best version that sounds good. Because that shit may sound good, but that don't mean that it is good. Right? So, Steve Harvey is not, I mean, he's not my favorite comedian either. He does tell good stories. I do love his quote unquote rags to riches, because I don't know how you got a rags to riches and you were really kind of like a king of comedy. So I digress. I don't know. The way he tells it was rags to riches. He's living in his car with a buck to his name. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't believe that. I think he might have had $300. I think he might have had $300.
He said $300, not a dollar.
Not a dollar, but $300. Because $300 and a dollar is two totally different realms,
right?
On the spectrum,
right?
But I do appreciate some of his humbleness in the very beginning. I don't know about now. So I do appreciate his humbleness in the beginning. And let me say this by saying this. He has every right to brag on himself and what he's doing. I love it. I love it. I also like how he intermixes that to encourage. And so if he don't do nothing else, he can talk to me inspirationally, and I'll pick what I'm going to choose to buy and what I'm not going to buy, because that's what I do with everybody. Right. But I like this Steve Harvey as opposed to old Steve Harvey.
Yeah. Sure.
And so I can appreciate the growth, because you can see it too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you do see, the growth. I do like listening to him inspirationally, especially I don't listen to the Steve Harvey show, but I do listen to his podcast because it's without any breaks. So they have the Steve Harvey Morning Show podcast, and it's everything that he talks about, like his morning inspiration, and then the little skits and all that stuff. It's all in one, so I don't have to listen to music in between and all that stuff. So I like that. And I always love when I do listen to it. His morning inspiration is always inspirational. It's like, I feel like he's been through a lot and he's learned a lot, and I don't think that he think he's perfect or anything, and that he always say God is still working on him on a lot of things, and he is very humble. He knows he's fucked up a gang of times on different things, but I mean, we all human and nobody perfect, and as long as we live, we could just all we can do is improve ourselves. So it just seemed like he's trying to do that.
And then, by the way, improvement is what you should be doing every day. If you do not grow every day, you technically should be dead. And you probably are dead inside. But you should be growing every single day. There's not a day that goes by that you should not enhance your life and enhance your world.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. So I'm gonna finish listening to it. It was a good interview. I like that. Another interview that I listened to, just a FYI, I don't know. Do you know the comedian T.K. Kirkland?
I've heard of him.
Yeah, now he has a podcast, and he had an interview on the Drink Champ. So I listened to his podcast, and he's always talking about listen to his Drink Champs interview, and I did, and I really like him. He is a really down to earth brother. I mean, but he don't hold back. He don't kiss. What did they say? His tongue cuts. It do cut.
Unfiltered.
Yeah, very unfiltered. But I do like him. He's really good. I like listening to just inspirational type people. Even if it's hood, he like straight. Like he gonna say what he gonna say, and be a whole bunch of cuss words and everything. But when you remove all of that and listen to actually what he says, he's a really good talker as well. Excuse me, y'all.
So maybe I'll listen to that, because my challenge for myself in May, I'm actually doing a May challenge for myself. So I wrote down 15 things that I want to do this month, and one of them is listen to a podcast every day.
Oh yeah.
And so and I actually took that as a business tip that someone gave me. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what type of podcast, to just listen to a podcast. So this week is Black girl stuff. Okay. And then next week, I need to find a section for next week. And then every week in May, I'm going to do a section. So I'll put that on my list.
Yeah.
Thank you for the reference.
Yeah, for sure. He's good. He talks to people. He's been in the game of underground comedy and, mainstream too now, because he has a Netflix special. He does his own, thing, and, he brings people on and they have conversations about stuff, and, he break it down to them. I'm like, okay. Go ahead, TK. So yeah, he's good. I like him. So the last thing that I read is that on the Shade Room is that the Red Table Talk got canceled. So that's the Jada and her mama and daughter show. They got canceled. Let's see. Was the last Facebook Watch original to be canceled on Meta on Wednesday. According to At Deadline, the series producer is shopping the Emmy-winning series elsewhere. You know what? Okay. Truth be told, I wasn't a faithful watcher. If somebody be like, oh, did you see Red Table Talk? Such and such was on there. I may go and look at the clip or whatever, but I never really looked at it. But when I did look at it, I thought it was a really good show. I thought they were really good together. Like the mom, Jada, and the daughter. They were really good. Despite all the other stuff that happened with Chris and Will and all that other stuff, and what people try to say about, or not try to say, but saying about Jada. I just think that combination, like they can do a really daytime talk show with their Red Table Talk. I feel they can. I think they can hold an audience. I liked it when I do watch it. Don't choke me.
Okay, so Oh, this is gonna be controversial. So, in the very beginning, there were topics that I did like. I feel like, oh God, I'm trying to be politically correct about
Don't
this.
be politically correct.
I just feel like, first of all, I just kind of feel like Jada's narcissistic as fuck. Yeah. And I feel like she is, like, the way she has put that man on trial, like, even when she did her interview with him, on that, I was disdained. And I guess because, you know, I don't know, I'm a not keep all your business in the house kind of thing, but keep certain business in the house.
Right.
Then when she was talking about I'm trying not to say this word, how she was with a 17-year-old boy.
Yes, see.
I just, it kind of lost me there. And I don't think that she's been able to recover from that. Because to bring her husband then on there and tell her husband she had an affair. Like, Right. And I think the way it was done for me is the issue.
Yeah.
I think it could have been handled a little differently. I think open conversation. Truth be told, I want to hear open conversation, especially about marriage, especially about relationships. But I feel like when celebrities do it, there's always some gimmick behind it because it doesn't seem genuine and cohesive.
Right.
Right? And so after that, she lost me. Willow, I don't know what the hell she got going on. Grammy too young for y'all on her best day. On her best day, she too young for y'all. And I think, but Grammy had some controversial things too. So I don't know. After August Alsina, she just never gave me again. And then after the whole interview with Will, it really went downhill for me. And she tried to bring it back by bringing on people talking about narcissism and all this other stuff, but they really should have been psychoanalyzing her. And she was so vague about it. And I was like, okay, this right here is just a bit too much for me. So I liked it in the very beginning. I liked it before all of that shenanigans went on.
Right.
But after that, it lost me.
Yeah.
After that, it lost me.
I get that.
And then it was during COVID. I had shit to do during COVID anyway, so.
Yeah.
You know, most of it was during COVID. So I think at one point, everybody was reaching for the stars during COVID.
Yeah, we was in the stars. We didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, what? It's the end of the world. We gonna watch anything.
So but we gonna watch anything and we gonna say anything because I want to promise you that if COVID wasn't going on and the state of the world wasn't going on and things weren't the way it was, I don't know if she would have put that shit out there like that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, I don't know if she would have put that shit out there like that.
Right. Yeah.
I just don't believe that.
Yeah, that was too much. So. I didn't watch, like I said, I didn't watch it. I don't even think I watched like I say, clips of her talking to Will, and I was like, what? Like, that didn't even make sense to me. I didn't watch that one, but I did watch the one with Jordan when the Kardashians was trying to get that girl Jordan all saying that she was sleeping with Khloe's husband and how they try to double team her pretty much. And they had her on, not Jordan. Is her name Jordan? Not Jordan. What's that
Whatever
girl
her name is.
Yeah, her. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Her. So yeah, I did like that they had her come on there because now I'm a Kardashian fan, but I think that was some bullshit for them to try to spin that and put that girl in that position when that girl was Kylie's friend. And I honestly do not believe that she went and did all of that. That girl has been Kylie's friend since they were little. So she's been around the Kardashians since she was little. And I don't think that she would have ever jeopardized her friendship with her friend Kylie. Kylie still wanted to be the girlfriend. Cause she know that shit didn't happen. But it was...
Your man is a hoe. Here's my thing.
And he is. And
your man is community dick.
Right.
So I don't... Anyway.
And then you still accept him, but you wanted to berate her. And that wasn't fair. Like, if you thought that's what your man did, then why do you still accepted him? You didn't have another baby by him and everything. And you want to berate her. I was like, I ain't like that. That wasn't cool. And
I haven't been Kardashian fans in a long time since Kylie got with Black China Man. And they was friends. So right. You lost me. You lost me all the way around.
And Black China got their ass back and said, "All right, I'll up you one and fuck your."
So now everybody is brother, sister, cousin.
Yeah, your brother, and have a baby by him.
And your cousin. Wait a minute, it's your brother and your cousin.
And your cousin, exactly.
That's some old nasty shit. And that whole family is anyway. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
My grandmother would have said, they done turned Kanye out. She don't know that Kanye was already turned out before then. But
right.
She blamed them for turning out Kanye.
Yeah. So, oh well, it won't be missed. I'm good. That's my phone is starting to bring in all kind of text messages and everything on my computer. Anyway, So Patrice is on here because we were having a conversation about something, and the question came across of asking for references from your ex partners about your potential partner. So if I'm dating somebody and then I'm like, hey, somebody, I'll need the 3 numbers of your last 3 girlfriends because I want a reference check. We think that should be a thing. We think that should actually be a thing. But it all will come down to the maturity of the people. Because, if they don't really care, they like, nah, he was a dog. Because F him. I don't care. I don't want him to be happy. So I'm a lie. So it's going to take being honest. People being able to be honest about something. Nah, he was a good guy or whatever, but he just wasn't for me. We just didn't mention him. But he was cool. He was good.
But we are in such a state that people want to believe. People just want a piece of man or woman. They don't care how they get it. They don't care where it comes from. They will hear the story out of the person's own mouth, and it got 10,000 holes in it, and they'll be like, "Oh, he didn't really mean it like that. That's not his real story."
Right.
And it's just kind of like, for me, it's like I had a girl contact me, right, and about my ex, my soon-to-be ex-husband, and because he was talking to her. He had started trying to talk to her, and she contacted me, and she was like, I just want to make sure that this, that he's not this, he's not that. And it really got me to thinking, because a couple of years ago, I was on Instagram, and Super came over talking about she wanted beef references from a dude that she would potentially be intimate with. And she was like, I want your last girlfriend, your baby mama, your wife, or your ex-wife, if so. And she was like, because these dudes be out here lying. Right. And I mean, people are out here lying, men and women. Don't get it twisted. Women out here lying too, women out here lying too.
Right.
And it just got me to wondering, like, if I did have a reference check, would I have been in so many bad relationships so long? If that's what it is, like if I can help Margot out and say, hey, a boy was XYZ, would you take that information and what would you do with it, even if you don't act on it?
Right.
Right? Because nobody is saying you have to act on it, but I just think, like damn job applications, I think dating is a job. I ask for references from my potential employees all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to go to the same, because that dating impacts your life in ways that you couldn't even imagine.
Mm. Yeah.
And that shit could destroy your whole life. Yep. Why not get a reference?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And to put on top of that, I think that relationship should be like a lease. Like when you lease a car. Like no hard feelings. Like I'm not gonna renew this lease. I'm not renewing this lease. So go on and I put all the miles that I could on you, and you need to go away. Like I'm good. Like it should be like that. Like and no hard feelings. Like I don't want this. I'm upgrading. I'm gonna upgrade. But no,
I do think you should be entitled to an upgrade.
Yeah.
But here we go again with, could that potential person you with potentially be an upgrade? No, let me rephrase that. Could that person you're with upgrade himself or herself to fit the upgrade that you was thinking about getting?
Yeah.
And you don't have to go through everything else new with that person.
Then I'll renew my lease. I'll renew my lease.
So you'll renew your lease. Oh, Lord. You renew your lease.
Yeah.
Do it come furnished or unfurnished?
At that point it'll be furnished. So yeah, definitely furnished. Yeah, they start off unfurnished, but if I renew it,
no,
they furnished.
You gotta start off furnished with me. I done had unfurnished before. That shit is that whole Build-A-Bear kind of shit is not.
Oh yeah,
for the faint of heart.
You right. At this age, I definitely can't do unfurnished.
Yeah, no, I need you to have furnished. I need you to have some foundation of something.
Yeah.
There's too many fly-by-night people just walking around here. Every time the wind blows, they going across the street chasing the leaves. Nobody is centered. So I need furnished.
Yeah.
I need furnished with like I need like level, like some old government clearance kind of shit.
Oh.
You need to be an R7 and above.
The R7, okay.
Please. Ooh.
Yeah.
No R1s, no scatterbrains, no mispronouncing simple words like Chipotle, like none of that, right?
Right. I can't with you. I really can't.
You gotta have, there's gotta be some substance to you that I can grab onto.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Build-A-Bear just don't work when people are 40 and 50 and 60 years old.
No, we're too old to be building a man, too old to be building a woman. If you don't come with it, not half full, but full. Like people say, oh, you complete me. No, come to me complete. Be complete. Don't complete me. I'm complete. You be complete. So if you come with 100 and I have 100, we got 200, not 100. No, we got 200. We got more.
I don't necessarily believe that.
No.
I believe that because I feel like we've been robbed of true love and true relationships for so long that people don't know what it looks like. And it's hard to imagine. So my thing is, if you come with the dream, like you got to come on R7, right? The foundation, because I feel like the foundation leads you to everything else. Mm-hmm. If you have a solid foundation, you're able to have the dream. You're able to do what you need to do. You're able to stay focused. You're able to, walk a straight line. I think. Because I don't want somebody to come with me with their dream already there, because I'm not in it.
No, not the dream. No, not the dream. Not the dream, but you gotta come. We gotta be equal. Like, don't come to me 75, 50%, halfway there. No, you got to have more than a foundation.
Oh, I get what you say.
You gotta have. Yeah. You gotta match me. At least, or be more. We're not doing nothing less. I can't.
Well, you know, I agree. I'm gonna throw this topic out to you, and you talk about this one later. I had a conversation with a friend today, and he was talking about how he disagreed with his son's life choices, and he was disagreeing with them because he was putting the weight of the black man onto his son. And I'm like, how dare you do that when black men are not out here protecting black women? It was like this. It went into this whole like rabbit hole of how do you ask somebody to be whole, but you put them in a group of broken people?
Yeah, no.
Right?
Yep. That's deep.
It's some deep conversations, and I just be like, because like I told you, I'm questioning everything I ever believed and trying to rewrite my story. So I'm like, wait a minute, but if I believe that, and that didn't work, maybe if I believe so, it's just kind of like, what? You got to come with something, like, because like I said, the Build-A-Bear at 40-something don't really work. 50-something don't really work anymore.
No, not at all. You could keep on walking if I got to build anything at that age. That's, you crazy. You're crazy. I can't do it. But I agree with the references. It just take a very mature people to be like, it didn't work for me, but maybe for you, or that motherfucker is fucked up. Don't do it. Don't do it.
And then you can do it. You can do it.
It's up to you. I'm giving you the information. He did this. And there it is. Now that's for you to unpack and figure out what you want to do with it. Because I don't have nothing to do with him or you. So, and don't call me back. Because that's it. That's all I'm telling you.
You know something? I have the propensity to attract my ex's girlfriends or ex-girlfriends. I don't know what it is about me. I don't know. And my ex and I were talking about this a couple of months ago. And he was like, all my girlfriends and my ex used to call you. And it's not because you talking dirt about me, but they just want to call you. And it's like, I don't know why they want to call me, because I was really talking shit about you. Like,
right.
Because you was a ain't it kind of guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So don't get comfortable in the whole, like, you gonna call every woman every time your man let's not do that.
Yeah,
right?
Don't do that.
You just petty you just petty. But
excuse me.
For a genuine reference, like, he telling me his last relationship was she was the she-devil, and then I talked to her and she like, I ain't do none of that. He did this.
Right.
I got proof.
Right.
I got receipts. And you present them, and you like, this man is a liar.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of stuff for me, because people are out here baiting and switching.
Yeah.
Y'all. They baiting and switching. I'm telling y'all, there's so much pee in the dating pool, it ain't even funny.
Right.
And people are just not who they say they are.
Right.
And my thing is, I'd rather know that you're not who you say you are, so I can move accordingly, which I'm going to move to the left.
Right.
But as opposed to spending 5 and 6 years in that relationship and then find out you ain't shit. Like,
right.
How much time at 40-something do I have to waste on that? Mm-hmm. None.
Not at all. Nothing. Yeah, you're right.
So I appreciate the references. Yeah. I have a whole application I'm putting together.
Right.
Because I need to know you got your own place, that you're not living with your mama or your baby mama. I need to know, like, there's some things I just need to know going forward, going these days. No more, like, I got 25 roommates and each of y'all only pay $300. Like, no.
Sounds like a halfway house to me, but okay.
Yes, thank you. It sounds like a halfway situation, or it sounds like a sober living situation. And either one,
I'm not dealing with it yet. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So you can only talk to me between the hours of 8 and 2. I can't reach you after 2. No. It sounds like you got a girlfriend or a wife, or you living with a woman. Mm-hmm. Like, I just need to know, because y'all out here believing the worst.
Yeah.
So why not let's just get this all out in the open.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I talked about a couple of weeks ago. Is I don't even know how Catfish the show is still on air, and it is, and like people are still dating people that they have never talked to, never seen. I'm like, in this day and age where you can video call, where you can text, you can Zoom, you can do all these things nowadays. You didn't have that back in the days when Catfish first started. For you not to have had a conversation, people talking about, oh well, I don't know how to use my FaceTime, but then they're sending you all these pictures that's like model-esque pictures, but they gonna take all these nice looking pictures, but they don't use come on, man. That don't even make sense. I don't even.
Truth be told, I can't stand, and I actually had this happen a couple of weeks ago. Met a guy, and he kept calling me via video chat. Now let me tell you something. Like I said, I'm transitioning right now, so I've been looking a hot fucking mess. Don't call me fucking video chat.
No, don't call me video chat.
Ask, please. Everybody want a video chat, and they look like Donald Duck. Without his teeth in. I don't want to see that. But I do agree that, no, I know how people still catfishing people. Trust me, because I know how people still catfishing people.
It's just crazy to me. Like, I don't get it. Like, what?
Because we want to believe what we want to believe.
Right.
Because we want a piece of man. We want a piece of relationship. They love bombing us. They telling us everything we want to hear. People are out here scamming.
Right.
Scamming to the fullest. So I get how Catfish is still online. What I don't be getting is how most of the times now it's happening long distance, but the ones I don't get are the ones in the same city.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. How you never seen this person? This the thing. I can understand a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe even a month. Y'all talking, and no, my FaceTime don't work, no, my Zoom don't work, no, but I'm talking about these people be in relationships for 5, 10, 11, 15 years.
Y'all common law.
Right, y'all common law. Mm-hmm. I'm like, and you ain't never talked to me, you never seen them. Like, come on, man, y'all lying. You lying. You are so lying. I can't. I'm not believing that. I'm not.
And then you know what my thing with catfish is, when whoever is the catfish be belligerent when you show up to their door. Like,
right. Like, what? Bitch, what do you mean? What? Do you see what you look like? That is not you. You a liar. Well, but the voice was really me, and the feelings were really me. Yeah, okay, whatever. You're a liar. Get out of here.
And then the catfish is like, oh my God, I'm so shocked. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You knew that was gonna happen.
God. Oh God, I just be like, come on, y'all. Let's be honest about some things here.
Please.
You just wanted a little piece of girlfriend, but
right.
My thing is, how do you remain faithful in a situation like that?
Right.
I'm sorry, if I ain't seen you in a year, 2 years, I'm not gonna be faithful to you.
No. Mm-mm.
Catfish eat or catfish earn.
Nope.
Right?
Yeah. Well, you wait till we get together, and that's when it will go down, because I can't. I'm good.
But that's what it tells you we got some weird habits going on in this society right now.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We got some weird habits going on in this society right now, and I hope it gets better, because I see my ex out here catfishing all over the fucking place.
See,
he popping up out of the water.
Well, I want to see his ass on Catfish. That's what I want to see.
Oh my God, I would love it. But in essence, though, but the things I know and the things I hear, I just be like, y'all really buying that?
That's crazy.
Like, we are really out here not, our game is just, we desperate.
Yeah.
Just to have somebody.
Just to say you got a man. That's
Just
ridiculous.
to say you got a man and you got a woman. We just out here rain checking and letting everybody slide in raw. Lord have mercy.
I can't. I can't.
I can't.
All right, y'all. So we didn't talk y'all ear off for an hour and 20 minutes, which is supposed to be a short. But it was good. I do appreciate you, Patrice, for coming on, sitting in for Miss Mary Mack. And we're going to have you on again because you're a good little podcaster here.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you even bringing me on. It broke my cherry.
It did, because y'all know what? She's her first time doing a podcast. She was like, okay, whatever, I'll do it. But she is actually working on her own podcast, and that's going to be coming really soon. So when the do come out, I'll let y'all know the name, because we're still toying with some stuff. She's still toying with some titles and stuff. So yes, when she comes out, then we'll let y'all know, and you guys can tune in to the whatever Patrice calls her show. I'll let y'all know. So that's the end of our show. I missed you, Miss Mary Mack. See you next week. And thank you so much, Patrice, for coming on and hanging with your girl.
Thank you for having me. And Miss Mary Mack, I hope I made you proud.
Yay. Yes, she should be proud. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week.